Hi guys, Fight Mania here with another review. This time I will review, let's say, medium-sized regional, Balkan regional promotion Firefight Championships number 29 event which took yesterday. Place in my hometown in Ljubljana, Slovenia. So the event was called Champion versus Champion. Of course, then later the main event in kickboxing or K1 if you like. Sorry, I don't remember what you said, so I think that I said it, but yeah, I was so yeah, Final Fight Championships event or FFC for short. So yeah, the event opened with MMA with the first fight between Marko Ostenak and Yasmin Memovic. The fight, to be honest, was pretty much boring. There wasn't a lot to see. Lots of takedowns without any stand-up or any action on the ground. So the referee should actually start warning both fighters for the passive happening, because as I said, it was boring fight to see. Then we move into the second fight. Oh, sorry, forgot to say who won it. So it was Marko Ostenak via unanimous decision, won the fight. Then we moved into the second fight between Ivan Arslan and Ivica Tadiano. Compared to the first fight, this fight was a bit more fun to watch. A bit, but not a lot. Still, it was a lot more things happening in the fight. To be honest, it was pretty close, which I think that also both fighters thought they'll win. For example, it was even Erstav after the third round who raised his hand. And then we saw actually, so yeah, Ivica doing the no you didn't win thing with his finger. So yeah, it was then Ivan Arslan who won via split decision. To be honest, it was a close call. As I then talked with my friend that I watch with. So yeah, as I said in my CFC review with a friend that is a former fighter. Actually, it would be better if it would be called an draw instead of. It could go either way. So yeah, the best way it would be draw instead of Victor. Sorry, winner, not Victor. Alright, then we moved into the third fight of the night between two, let's say two champions, or so yeah, actually, well, one was former champion from Bosnia, Ahmed Villa, who was in the lightweight champion. I forgot. Yeah, I think he was lightweight or featherweight. Something. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, he was featherweight champion. Yeah, then he lost the title in the game. So he was fighting the champion, the FFC Futures champion from Slovenia, Tilan Kolaric. This fight was fun to watch. This a lot better than the first and the second fight. There was a lot more action, all instant happening on the ground. So yeah, Till Coleridge actually was in more dominant position against Ahmed Villa, but then Villa caught him in the triangle choke, which then brought Villa the victory in the first round. Then we moved into the co-main event of the MMA bouts between Abu Sufyan Magomedov from Germany versus Sergio Suiza from Brazil. It was actually nice to see the number one ranked European middleweight. So yeah, Abu Sufyan is a middleweight number one European middleweight fighter. So he's German, but his name is more like something from Armenia, something like that. Not sure, but yeah. The ring announcer didn't say, for example, as they did for the other fighters, which I will tell later. By the way, of I don't know, so yeah, some former union country. He only said from the Germany. Sorry. So this fight was short, with Magomedov dominating the fight and winning via standing guillotine choke to the submission. So at first he dropped him with a few punches and then standing guillotine choke, which brought him the victory. As said, this fight wasn't boring, but if you see one fighter dominate that, then it's also hard to say that it was entertaining to watch. Right, and then we moved into the main event of the evening. This was for the light championships between Croatian Luka Jelcic and Argentinian Roberto Pastuch. Probably mispronounced his last name. How do you say wrong? I'm not sure. I think I said it right. Okay. So yeah, Luka Jelcic. Oh no, sorry. So yeah, actually, what I was surprised in this fight was the aggression from the opening bell from Pastuch, because normally I saw Luka Jelcic being the aggressive one at the start of the fighting. So yeah, now it was actually Roberto Pastuch that managed to took Luka down, but then Luka managed to swipe it. So yeah, that he was on top. Then started pounding Roberto with his hands. So okay, sorry with this part of the hand. I don't know the English word for it. Sorry. Which brought him the TKO victory. A brutal one, to be honest, because Pastuch was unconscious for quite some time. But yeah, Luka Jelcic defends his FFC lightweight belt, which is good for him. So he's planning to make his move to the UFC. And to be honest, I hope he will succeed to do it, because he's a nice guy. I know him personally, but no, otherwise, if I wouldn't know him personally, what I like about him is, for example, where there always, if his unconscious opponent gets the medical care, he always goes to his opponent to check if he's alright and so on. So, pretty nice guy. He's a sparring partner for Conor McGregor. As I said, luckily Conor's attitude didn't go on him. He still manages to be pretty nice guy. So with that out of the way, that was finished the MMA bouts, and now we move into the stand-up bouts, which were opened with the first ever FFC boxing bout between Hrgović Sepp from Croatia, if I can say legendary. Oh no, okay, it's too early to say legendary. Maybe legendary amateur Croatian boxer who was fighting in the World Series of Boxing for the Kazakhstan team Astana. And he also won for Croatia the bronze medal last year in the Olympics in Rio. So yeah, pretty strong guy because he mostly wins via KOs, and now he made his first professional boxer debut. Yeah, sorry, against Serbian Milan Petrovic. Fight was short. Hey, okay, I know with Sepp winning via knockout in the first round, only 40 seconds in the end. Now, as I then talk with people, also including my friend and so on. Oh no, sorry, not people, but mostly at the time with my friend, and then listen also to his talking with other people and so on. So yeah, I know. Some might say that this was like a fake fight. I don't know. The punch was seen for the knockdown, but maybe it's because how the Serbian cover up after he went out, because he he was curled up like that. Maybe this is why people think it was fake. I don't know. But as I said, the punch was seen that lead to the knockdown. Yeah, let's say it was hard punch. I won't go too many in this to say, oh yeah, it was fake. They sent him as rebel. As I said, I will leave it to that, to Sepp winning the fight. And then we moved after the quite long break, which was interesting. I think the break was about half an hour. We moved into the K1 part of the competition, which opened with Mansur Muric versus Ivan Shakic. The strange thing is, I don't remember much about this fight. As I said, I watched it. But yeah, I don't remember much what to say, except that Mansur. Oh no. Yeah, actually, it was pretty good fight, to be honest. It was a bit of war, even though Ivan Sharkic was clinching a lot. But this fight was actually war, even though also Sharkic clinching and being two times in knockdown. Sharkic did show a lot of heart, but this wasn't enough, and Mansour won via unanimous decision. Then we moved into the second MMA fight between Tony Mikolic and Labion Zikai. Well, I also don't remember much about this fight. It was hard to see. I mean, not hard to see. I did see it good, but it wasn't boring. Just probably because I was a bit tired and still a bit tired. Because I think the whole event ended at half 1 a.m. So yeah, it ended today at 30 past midnight. Something like that. Yeah, sorry, yeah. It ended at 30 past midnight. Or yeah, no. I mean, it did end today, but yeah, not no, it didn't. And 30 past midnight, I think it ended 20 past midnight, something like that. 10 past midnight. Okay, I'm getting a lot more into this than the event itself. So yeah, Tony Mikulic wins via unanimous decision. Then we moved into the third fight of the evening in the K1 bouts between Alexander Stanko from Slovenia and Rene Weimar from Austria. This was, to be honest, Weimar was dominating the whole fight till the third round, in which then Stanko landed the middle kick to the liver, which sent Weimar crashing to the ground and not getting up. Oh, sorry. What? Yeah, these just go a bit back to the previous fight between Mikulic and Zekai. What I forgot to say that now I can say about this is when Zekai also got a kick into the liver, he got back up and continued the fight. But yeah, well, I think this was more than I think this fight was more between Stanko and Wimmer was most fake than Zeka. If Zeka was able to continue and Wimmer wasn't able to continue. So yeah, in the third round, Alexander wins via knockout. Okay, then we moved into the fourth fight between Donigi Abena and I can say very legendary. Oh no, sorry. Okay, no. I'm a bit overreacting. Not legendary, but he had a lot of French the national titles. So Fabian Folkweight. As I read, actually, the Folkweight had injured ribs, but yeah, he still fought, but lost via TKO, 3 knockdown rules. I think this would be more. I'm not sure now. Forgot. This is more than a knockout in TKO, or is it technical knockout? If there's free takedown, no free takedown. Sorry, that's MMA. Free knockdowns. But yeah, Abhinav won via technical knockout in first round. So yeah, he was working the body all the time. But I was happy because I was born in Netherlands. So actually, I was the only one in the whole arena that was rooting for him. I was happy that he won. Then we moved into the second fight. Oh, sorry, not second. In the co-main event kickboxing for the heavyweight FFC belt between the legendary Jared Bosnia sorry, a bit too fast. Between the Bosnian legend, maybe not just Bosnian, maybe the world legendary fighter Jared Potorak against Mladen Bristovac. Maybe if this I can say maybe this fight was kind of passing the torch. So why did I put the air quotes? Because Mladen Bristovac is actually a Croatian guy, but so yeah, maybe this was again this might be passing the torch. And this was this was the fight I was most hyped for. Two, if I can say, two legends, or one on the way to become the legend. The other one is Bristol adds to be on the way to become the legend. And as I said, Potorak, who already is a legend. The fight led us out. With Brestovac dominating the whole fight and then winning via unanimous decision. So during the fight, I talked with Bena's coach, and yeah, he said that the fight also not only about that the fight was boring. Kind of disappointed for this co-main event, but yeah, as I said, Bristol's defends the heavyweight belt, and now we moved into the main event, which was champion versus champion between the lightweight champion Samo Petier, who challenged uh, Ivan Dannenberg for the welterweight bout. To be honest, what Petier did was kinda pussy. He wanted to prove that he's the best K1 fighter Slovenia produced. Then he should also put his belt on the line, not just for the Lambanks belt. So this, to be honest, this was for me more controversial than the boxing than boxing bout. With Petr winning by unanimous decision. I wouldn't say it was unanimous. I think it should go to the fourth round. That definitely wasn't the decision win by Petya. Yeah. And also the referee fucked up the second round. Okay, yeah, I know the bear ran, but before there was a knockdown. Samuel Petya was in the knockdown, so the referee should actually start counting instead of stopping the fight because the bell rang. We also, for example, in other promotions, we saw that even if the bell rang, the referee was still counting. He didn't care for the bell, so. But yeah, Petya was protected. And that's it. What he did was pussy that he didn't pull out his belt. Okay, and that was it for the FC 29 champion versus champion. Again, the air quotes are because Petr put out his belt, put up his belt. So this is why this is champion versus champion. Okay, now let's move. Before I give the final verdict for the event, actually, what I did wish that it would be fun after the event. Stanko and the legendary Slovenian K1 fighter Miran Fabian, who did fight once, with Fabian winning, and before the fight that got a lot of beef on Facebook with Stanko. So they're starting to beef, and then he was offended because Fabian returned the fire and Stanko then crying after his loss and before the fight that Fabian went too far with insulting him, but it was him actually who started. So yeah, after that, after the event, both fighters got into the beef again. Okay, this time was a bit Fabian, who was actually more poking him, more taunting him, more making fun, being more lightly. But then with Stanko retorting that Fabian is out of his league, that he's the best fighter. So actually, this is what I kind of wish that this would be, I know, in pro wrestling, and Fabian would be face, Stanko would be heel. This is what I regretted about the whole thing. Okay, now I don't remember if I did this in my CFC review, but after Stanko challenge Fabian for fight, which Fabian agreed. This is again why both were in a beef, but still, it would be a lot more better, more funnier if this would be pro wrestling than being on a serious show like Final Fight Championships. Okay, now the final verdict of the uh, for the event. Even though some fights, the two boring MMA fights, I gotta give it just solid rating because also the production was good. So yeah, this is what also saves the event that the production is a lot better. Even though, as I said, after the boxing bout, half an hour break. Okay, even I know that this was a televised event and so on, but still, after if boxing is as a stand-up, then you could put immediately go to K1 instead of half an hour break. Okay, as I said, this concludes now FFC 29 champion versus champion. I'll see you guys next time.